Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to Hotsport. This is this week's edition of the Premier League preview show and upset alert. And we've got a new format. Join me permanently every single week now for this video specifically, definitely. And obviously you've seen him on the post-game show. And you can check him out also at the Cup Chasers. It's my boy Jake in the house. He's going to be my my betting expert. He's been in the comments section for weeks telling me, hey, no, you should do this bet, you should do that bet. I never bet draws, coming after me for telling the people to bet draws. But now he's here. He's going to give you his expertise when it comes to betting and everything. So we're really excited to that big week of matchups. It's time now for Upset Alert. Hit the like button and subscribe to Fire Them Cannons. All right, Jake, how's it going, my man?
What is up, people? Glad to be here. I'm ready for this
glad
big
to
weekend.
Be here.
Big weekend.
Huge weekend. And we are going to go in order of games. So, guys, let's just kind of crack on and get right to it. Burnley, Bournemouth. And by the way, our good friends at Sportsbet provide the odds. They've got Bournemouth as a big-time favorite, big-time-ish favorite, $1.75. Burnley, $4 at home. They actually think the draw is more likely than a Burnley win. What say you, my friend Jake?
I think Bournemouth are ready for this one, man. I think they're going to take it. I think it's going to be some goals in this one, though, of course. Yeah, I'm looking at my man, Evan Nielsen, of course, to be the guy we're looking to score, assist. It's probably going to be at least 3 goals in this one, and Burnley might have a goal in it, so you might go for that as well.
Yeah, so Jake's prop of the week is Evan Nielsen to score or assist in this game, which I think is a good one. Myself, I say 2-1 win to the Cherries. Yeah, look, Clarets have been fighting recently, but I just think that Bournemouth, even though their last couple of performances haven't been, spectacular, I think this is a good fixture for them to kind of bounce back in. Even though it's away from home, it's a tricky tie. It's not going to be straightforward. I still think that Bournemouth will get the job done. All right. Brighton, the Seagulls head to the Stadium of Light to take on Sunderland. And yeah, by the way, fun facts, these two teams have only played one time in their history in the league.
I couldn't believe that when I heard it.
And that was in December when it was a 0-0 draw at Brighton. So for Jake, what do you got for me for this one?
It's the Fortress of Light, baby. I'm a big fan of Sunderland. I think they're here to stay in the Premier League. I think they've made their home form very, very good. And I think that will continue despite what Hertzler says about his attacking football, that he's never going to play a low block. Yeah, we'll see. I think Sunderland are going to win this one. And my prop for this one would be Brian Brobby to get a shot on target. I do want to throw it out there that you should always wait for lineups to come out because Brian Brobby is a doubt for this game. But if he does play, that's my prop. If he does not, I'm going to say Jorginho Rutter will get a shot on target. Should be back and forth. Should be a fun one, but Sunderland to take it.
Yeah. So I actually have hit the upset alert button for this because if you look at the odds makers have given us, for me, just a very, very strange anomaly. I mean, they might be right in the end. Somehow Brighton's going to come out with a win, but they've got Brighton as the favorites for this game, actually, away at the Stadium of Light, or as my Newcastle fans like to call them, the Stadium of Shite, which
it's the Fortress of Light, if you ask me.
It's pretty funny. Yeah. Jake calls it the Fortress of Light. But look at these odds. Sunderland is the dog below draw, according to the odds, which is crazy for me. So I'm gonna say
take
this
it all
is
day long.
you gotta fucking jump on this. I'm sorry, you gotta. If you're a better, this comes out. Maybe Vegas is trying to trick you, and Vegas is actually being like, "Hey, we actually really think Brighton's going to win," and they'll collect on all these people who are like me and Jake, who are thinking this is a great one. But
well, you know how these sports books work too. This probably won't last. The closer it gets to the game, the line will get closer, and it won't be as good. So if you agree with us, I would go ahead and do this one.
they've actually made it updated. I'm looking at back on the thing. They've actually made Brighton an even bigger favorite at 210, and Sunderland have moved up to 360.
Take that. Take that. Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think this is a great one to pick. This is going to be one of my picks of the week, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Chelsea and Newcastle. This is going to be a fun one. Both of these teams coming off of some big European nights. Chelsea hung in there for a while with PSG until, the wheels just fell off and PSG had a goal fest at the end of the game. And Newcastle should have had a win against Barcelona at home. I think Barcelona arsenaled them, in terms.
Yeah. Very similar circumstances to how that happened. I think both of these teams worked really, really hard. Chelsea actually played well for 70-ish minutes until the capitulation. Newcastle played well the whole game, got robbed, if you ask me. So they're both going to be a little bit tired. For me, that means the defenses are going to be weary. There's going to be space. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure who's going to win this one. And as Anton said, I don't normally bet draws, but that is what I think. However, both teams, the score is on and the over is on because I think this one is going to be a 2-2 draw. But yeah, João Pedro.
I don't bet draws, says draw.
Yeah, that's what I think about this one. And I think João Pedro is in red hot form. He's got a goal or an assist for you in this one.
So, I'm not as nice as Jake.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Upset alert. I think Newcastle's going to the bridge and they're getting all 3 points. I love them out at $3.90. Chelsea have just gotten demoralized. They have just been put in their place. World champions. PSG goes, you caught us at a really bad time. We had just won a treble. We're very gassed. We didn't give a shit really about this competition. Have your fake little world champions title, but when it comes to the real competition, to the one that they actually won, they dunked on them. And for me, that's it. That's it for Chelsea's confidence in these games. And I think it's going to be hard to recover in time. And Newcastle, I felt like they're all the other way around. I felt like they've had a bad run of form. They lost to City for the fourth fucking time. But for big boys Barcelona to come to their backyard, and for twice now, I feel like, I know Barca won the first time with Rashford having to kind of save them at the end.
It was a tough game.
Twice now, I felt like, yeah, but I feel like Newcastle, they need at this point. My friend Kane, I'm going to out him. He says, this is from their perspective, this is a huge one for them to get into ninth. And yeah, I just like it. I think
I don't want to be mean.
The history of these two teams is that it's goal fest, goals. They had a 2-2 draw earlier at Newcastle. Newcastle were 2-0 up, if you remember, in that one. They looked like they were cruising. And I feel like it'll be one of those games where Chelsea's going to get shocked. And it's going to be a basketball game for me.
Keep your eye on William Ossola. He might have some stats for you.
Yeah, and by the way, the last time in the Premier League, Newcastle had a big upset when they took Man United right to the end and got themselves a late winner. I just feel like maybe I might be wrong, but I just feel like this is going to be.
I hope you're not.
Old upset.
I hope you're right.
Chelsea sometimes just have these games when they're all of a sudden, then you've got Carefree Lewis afterwards going on a fucking huge rant. I want to have Elijah on the terrace shaking his head, and Tewi, no, it was rubbish, Tewi. I see it. I fucking see it.
They're going to be rubbish again. If this wasn't at the same time as the Arsenal game, I'd definitely be on the watch along. This is going to be a good game. I might have to rewatch it. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, this should be a fun one. All right. Well, everyone's here to see Arsenal Everton. As Jake just mentioned, it's on at the same exact time. Big one in terms of the title race. Huge one in terms of the title race. Arsenal play before Man City. If we were to win this game, Arsenal would go 10 points clear. 10.
Give it
at the
to
top
me.
of the league. Now, there will be 2 games in hand, obviously.
What's that do right here? What's that do right here?
Just to see that thing shift to a double-digit lead after it was 2 recently. Think about that for a second from a Man City perspective. They've just got dunked on by Real Madrid, and we'll get obviously into their game later. But I think this is massive for Arsenal. Arsenal recently have struggled to be scoring goals. I think this is a big, important one. The game's at home at the Emirates, so we're coming off of a big road trip in all 3 different competitions. It's a home cooking, I think, for me, for Arsenal. I've got us winning 2-0 in this one, Jake. What say you? And we'll get into this one a little bit more than the others. We'll get into how we feel like Arteta should set up. But Jake,
sure.
how do you feeling about the game?
So I think Everton are going to bring a nasty low block. I think that there's a reason they are the 4th best team statistically away from home in the league. They don't give much away, and so there's not going to be a lot of space. And I was hoping to be able to bet my man Gyökeres to get on the score sheet. That doesn't mean that he won't, because there's a lot of space, or not a lot of space, I should say. I think that, please God, attack the wingers need to attack their man. We didn't do that in Leverkusen. We need to do that, and I think if we do, the corner bet is on in this one, people. There's going to be a lot of corner kicks in this one. I do back us to get the win. And my cheeky little prop bet here is, because I think there's going to be lots and lots of corners, Big Gab's getting on the score sheet anytime. I think he's going to dunk one in, and I'm going to lose my mind, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I feel like everybody who I talk to when it comes to some of these shows always feel like Gabriel's going to score. Now, it's not actually something that's happened, as you would think by that logic that he's got 15, 20 goals this season. But everyone, you speak to Arsenal fans, they tell you,
it's about this game, though. It's also about this game. Look at when Everton played Man United. How many flipping corners was that? There's a ton of corners. So they're ready for it. We're obviously ready for the corner kick game. So, and especially if, like I said, I don't know if Trossard's going to be healthy. I don't know what the left winger situation is, man. I was going through all kinds of things in my preview, but I think that I hope Eze plays. I would love Eze over there and Havertz in the middle. That'd be fine. I'd be fine with that. But yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of corners. Hopefully, like I say, we attack the wings. And, Saka's good at that, getting to the byline. Even if Madueke comes in, he's good at getting to the byline. So, yeah, I back the corner kick goal in this one, definitely.
All right, so let's get into how we feel Arteta should set up in this game, because it's a very tricky one. Because of the fact that it was 1-1 in the other game, we do need to make sure we are not out of gas, and we are ready for that Leverkusen second leg. But the 3 points in this game is essential. And also, we got the cup final in a week. So
it's more important than that, too, in my mind.
For me, if I'm Arteta, I'm going to be a little bit ruthless with my lineup, but I'm also going to say, so there's some very, very tempting ones, like Havertz to start at the 10 or something. But I feel like that's something that he's going to have to save for Leverkusen a little bit.
Sure.
Right? There's also Odegaard was the only player really didn't quite make the squad last time. Ben White didn't make the squad at Leverkusen either, but he did train. Trossard is a similar story. For me, I would put Calafiori. By the way, Raya, of course, in goal. I'll put Calafiori in this team. Obviously, because, Nkapie has got his former club back on the horizon. for a home cooking. I think you just got to keep him in the.
Give him a rest.
He's played a lot of games as well. I put Kala at Gabriel and Saliba. Got to. They just got to play. I know. Look, you could lean on. I couldn't be surprised if a Mascara or something starts instead of Saliba, for example. But I do think you can't mess around. This is the Premier League. This is not the fucking FA Cup.
Can we maybe? Well, never mind.
No.
There's no rest.
There's no rest. This is the business side of the season. They know we're going to play this. We're going to play the Champions League. Yeah. So I say Calafiori, Gabriel Saliba, and I would like to start Ben White. Actually, you know what? No, I do think Ben White starts, actually. I do, because he's trained. He didn't put him in the squad. I think Ben White starts because Timber, I think his inability, he actually was getting himself into great attacking positions, but sometimes that like lack of end product is, I think, a bit of a result of fatigue a little bit for me. And I know he's been protecting Ben White, but I actually do think that familiarity of having Ben White back in there might actually help Arsenal break down Everton a little bit better than a Timber. So I actually think Ben White, I think I'm just going to swap the fullbacks out and keep Gabriel and Saliba. What say you?
I actually support both of those. Give Hincapié a rest. Let him come back strong versus Leverkusen in the week. And yeah, I think that a lot of people are not looking to the tactical reasons why Timber finds himself in such advanced positions. And like you said, he's getting tired doing that because he's doing it all game, you know. I think he's in there to bounce off of, for Saka to not have as many people on him. That's why he underlaps so often. So
that's why Ben White, yeah.
Absolutely. That's why he'll do the opposite and help us get to the byline for the crosses. It's all coming back to the corners, baby, for Big Gabriel. You know what I'm saying? That's why I support
That's what Ben
100%.
White does, by the way. For people who don't remember, Ben White is a corner creation machine. He will win you corner after corner after corner. He will just do that little cheeky chip, like cross that goes, like even that's one thing I love about Ben White. Even if the cross isn't on, he'll just cross it lightly into his man right next to him and win a corner. He's not always crossing just for the sake of let's try to score here. Let's win us corners. That's one thing. He is such a master of the dark arts, Ben White, and that's one thing I love about him.
We need him to stay healthy for the rest of the season.
Yeah. I think that midfield actually got one swept. Declan Rice for sure, but I actually think Christian Norgard is. I think it's just good to swap it around.
I would love that.
I actually think Rice and Norgard will be my double pivot for this game.
Give it to me. I would love that.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll.
Yeah.
We'll see what about Arteta, because very hard choice. But Zubimendi has just not been in good form.
He's reluctant to make that switch, but I hope he does.
Yeah. And then I would say, I think he's going to put Saka back in, especially for I've got Ben White, and I actually feel like Matters might start against Leverkusen, given that sort of. I think this is. Well, we'll see, but I think he'll put Saka back in this one. Victor Gyökeres, and I got Trossard. Oh, but we forgot the 10. Yeah.
It's Eze. Here's the thing for me, man. Especially if Trossard isn't 100%, give Nani a run on the left. Because if Nelly is stinker after stinker after stinker, and Trossard is not fit, plus he's dropping stinkers too. I know it's not necessarily the best time to experiment with something, but like I'm saying, when we started to take our outside backs on, the wing backs like Grimaldo and Poku versus Leverkusen, we started getting joy. And guess what happened when you beat your man and you went into the box? Oh my, you've won a penalty. Take on your man. So we know what Nani does that. Try him on the left.
100%. All right, let's move on. Later on that day, by the way.
Another massive one.
Huge one. West Ham, Man City after their embarrassment at the Bernabeu. This is a tricky one because for me, I know that their pride is on the line and they're going to go for the remontada, or the reverse remontada, I guess, because it's Real Madrid. But but they got a West Ham team that's fighting relegation right in the middle. A lot of people think this is a potential banana skin for Man City. They've shown this season when they drop one, their drop points come in bunches. So when that they've dropped one, it then tends to snowball effect down. But I do think, though, guys, having looked at their record against West Ham haven't had a good record against City at all. Look at and the odds makers tell you that as well. I think that it's going to just, why everyone thinks this is something that City is going to drop. Generally, it tends to go the other way, and it tends to really deflate everybody who are hoping for a City win. And so my against my better, my heart, I'm still sticking. I think City's going to win comfortably 3-1. What do you say?
Yeah, look, guys. Sometimes there's a little bit of value to be had when the book, does something that's maybe not necessarily, in form with how things are going currently. But most of the time, the book's got it right. And look at these odds right here. Look at this. Man City are massive favorites for a reason. Yes, my heart is telling me, oh, they're going to drop points. Come on, we're going to do it. I don't see it happening. I think that Haaland is going to sit for this one, rest for the next game. I think Marmoush is going to come in, and what that means is that Semenyo won't be staying inside like he was versus Madrid. He will stick outside. I think that's going to work well for Man City. I do think, as Anton said, that West Ham will score, but I think Man City are going to win this one, and I'm backing Marmoush to get a goal or an assist. But don't count out Castellanos going the other way. It might be worth a shot on target for Pati Castellanos, who's been playing well, going under the radar. I think he might at least get a shot on target for you.
Yeah, there you go. By the way, I think this is one of those games where West Ham's actually going to take the lead and everyone's going to get excited, then City are going to fucking trounce them.
4-1.
Yeah, I just see it. I see it. I hope I'm wrong.
I hope you're wrong too. I hope I'm wrong.
But let's just see. All right, moving on to our Sunday games. We got Crystal Palace against Leeds. Look at this. Is a tight one. 245 Palace are the favorites at home, but Leeds are just right behind. It's basically even odds for this one. I'm going to go with, I do think that it will be a 2-2 draw based off of the even odds. And by the way, the fact there's generally goals at Selhurst Park, especially when they play teams like towards the bottom of the table, but they always seem to get stuck. I could imagine this being one of those games again where Leeds come from behind. It'll be 2-0 early Palace. They've got that confidence from whacking Tottenham. Yeah, I think that'll be that. What do you say, Jake?
I think this game is going to be a fun one. I think it'll be a great advert for the Premier League. I definitely agree with you. Both teams will score in this one, but I found myself really enjoying the way Leeds play this season. I think they're going to get a cheeky little victory here against the odds there, just slightly. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, people, he's due. He should not have missed 2 golden chances versus Manchester City. He will not miss versus Crystal Palace. That's the prop bet. Dominic Calvert-Lewin to score. But also, like we said, it will be back and forth. Strand Larson has been playing well. Look to him to get a shot on target. And my man Sarr might be on the score sheet for Crystal Palace as well.
There we go. So this should be a fun one, but all eyes aren't really going to be on this one. It's going to be on this one instead.
That's right.
Aston Villa go to Man United. The battle for third place is on. Jake, we can safely assume whoever wins this game you think will probably finish third?
I don't know.
Your bronze medalist.
There's a lot of games. There's a lot of games to play. Aston Villa finished the season with Manchester City. There's a lot of games to play. United still have to play Chelsea, I think. Liverpool still have to play. Well, I think they play United as well. They're all playing each other still. So I don't know if I would go that far with 8 games, both of these teams left to play after this one. I don't know if I would go that far. Right. But I think it's a big step in the right direction.
So I say, and I've been saying this for weeks, talking about on every show, I've been highlighting the fact that while people thought that Villa were the third best team, that Man United were actually the third best team. And I've been saying from the moment that they had that cheeky little late minute win with Morgan Rogers, I'm like, United are going to get their revenge. And it'll be a reverse scoreline. I think it's 2-1 from the previous one. This time I think it'll be 2-1 to Manchester United at the Theatre of Dreams. By the way, look at that. Look at the odds. I mean, the odds makers say it. So, what do you say, Jake?
Yeah, like I say, man, the book tends to kind of know how it's gonna go. I definitely agree with you. I think both teams will score in this one. Just because it's at Mold Trafford, I'm going to give United the nod on this one. I definitely think it's going to be an attacking game. It's going to be back and forth. But Aston Villa, the only English team to win in Europe, had to work really hard to beat Lille on Thursday. So I think they're just going to fall short in this one. We're looking at Bruno Fernandes. Maybe it's low-hanging fruit, but I do think he's going to score or assist in this one. Benjamin Sesko as well will be on target, shot on target, that is. And look to Morgan Rogers. He likes to take shots as well. I'm looking for him to get a shot on target as well.
Yeah, well, Morgan Rogers was the match winner against these two teams the last time they played. So yeah, he's always a good shot. I'm actually hoping that he plays a big role in England in the summer. But that's a whole other thing. We'll get to that when we talk about the World Cup. After Arsenal have won the quad, and we'll enjoy the World Cup. And that was a teaser. That was a teaser, guys.
Yeah, and USA is going to win the World Cup.
No, I want England to win it. And I've had the whole, Rice Ballon d'Or, 7 trophies in 2026 for Rice and Saka. There you go.
I want it.
All right, moving on though to another one on the whatever they call it, the goal rush. Nottingham Forest against Fulham at the City Ground, and this is a really big one. We're going to talk about another certain team in the relegation fight, but Nottingham Forest a chance to go above Spurs at the City Ground against Fulham. Huge one. A lot of people, including the bookies, are backing a home win. What are we saying, Jake?
I just don't know about this one, man. They just lost at home to Midtjylland, did Nottingham Forest. Fulham have had their feet up, chilling, especially since they played the kids versus Southampton. Don't know what that decision was. They should definitely be healthy in this one. They're obviously going to be boosted by the return of Harry Wilson. All of my research so far has pointed to his return, but again, make sure, just wait for those lineups, people. But I got a little upset alert here. Fulham, I think, are going to win this one for me. My man Harry Wilson is going to be a score or assist, and you can't count out Raul Jimenez to get a shot on target. And look to Morgan Gibbs-White for production on the other side.
Well, Jake just said it, and I second it. Upset alert, people! I think it's just too good to be true for Nottingham Forest. Every time I see these types of things, my antennas always go up, it going the other way. And I think, Fulham, they had a similar game with West Ham coming to their place, and I just don't think they're gonna let both West Ham and Forest get joy, even though it is away at Forest. And Forest have gotten some good results recently. They helped us out big time last time. I just don't know if that momentum carries it through. That's not the form of a relegation struggler, and I just do think Fulham win. I do. I actually see a brace here for Harry Wilson, actually. So you say anytime, I say I think you get both.
Well, I think he'll score or assist, but definitely, anytime works for the bet, of course.
Yeah, so, by the way, it will set up a huge matchup, by the way. Forest fans, don't worry. You get your chance to go directly and kick him from Tottenham next week. But I just do think that, I don't know if Fulham's going to lose 3 games in a row. And I don't know if Forest is going to get another one after they did it to Man City. That was that was a one that I appreciate all on its own. All right, let's go to Sunday's big game at Anfield. Walk on. Tottenham are going to walk on all the way to the championship. That's what I say. Look at those odds. They're out at $9.
That is so crazy. That's crazy.
And Sportsbet is saying, don't even fucking think about a draw either. I think put that out at $6. All right, $1.25. This is a landslide for me. I say 4-1 Liverpool. I do think that there's going to be some sort of cheap goal because Liverpool are who they are. And Tottenham are who they are. Even in all those games that they've lost, they've gotten themselves some sort of cheap goal. I say 4-1 to Liverpool. Jake, do you second what I have to say, or any little bit different?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty much right behind you on that one. I'm not confident that Spurs will score, but I do hear your point. Liverpool are worth a gap at the back, but this one is going to be an absolute field day, man. I mean, just the injuries for Spurs are crazy. Romero and Paulinho under concussion protocol. Oh, man, this is going to be bad. This will be the easiest over.
By the way, Van de Ven got sent off against Palace, right?
This will be the easiest over you've ever hit. You might even bet over 4. This is going to be bad. But my prop is definitely, take your pick of the front line. Florian Wirtz definitely score or assist. Mo Salah is going to have a field day. Ekitike's licking his chops. Any one of them. But I went with
even
Wirtz.
Cody Gakpo, who struggled the whole fucking season, I think could... Dr. Tottenham is on the way. Anybody who's got some ailments... I think everyone who struggled this season are fucking on the scoreline today. Honestly, I'll tell you right now.
Sly is going to score.
Salah double. Ekitike scores.
Van Dijk from the corner.
I would go with Wirtz assist, and I'm going to put Cody Gakpo on the score line.
On the end of it. There you go.
And I wouldn't be surprised by Szoboszlai assist anytime as well.
Wicked free kick.
Put it in there as well. But again, remember, they've got that big game against Galatasaray coming up, so
wait for lineups, people.
Yeah, wait for lineups before locking these ones in. By the way, just so you know, get a bit of a cheeky thing. An hour and 15 minutes before the game starts is when the lineups. So I would do that, check a glance at the lineup, then make your bet. You're still going to have time before kickoff to get all that stuff done. All right, the final one. Dun, 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 dun. Monday Night Football. Brentford host Wolves.
Look at this. Wolves
have been on good form recently.
Wolves are more likely to beat Brentford than Spurs to even look at Liverpool. Love it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. They have better odds on Wolves than a draw at Anfield for Spurs.
Crazy.
Look at that.
Yeah.
But that being said, Wolves have been on a great form recently. But this is the Beehive. This is the G-Tech. And for me, I told you I think that the Brentford is pushing Champions League spots. This is another 3 points for me for the Bees. 2-1. The Wolves stung for me. What do you say, Jake?
Yep, your prediction has hit every single one of my predictions. I definitely think there will be goals. I think both teams will score. But Brentford are going to have too much for them. That is for sure. And the big man who's been dumping in the goals. That's who we're looking to. He's going to continue to dump in the goals on Haaland's boot heels there for the golden boot. My man Thiago's getting on the score sheet. And you might get a little cheeky one in on the over because I think there's going to be at least 3 goals in this one.
There you go. So, guys, that is all of our picks this week. Guys, make sure you're liking and subscribing. Let us know in the comments section what you guys think about everything, about all our predictions. Guys, huge, as you can see through all these matchups I just previewed for you. Huge weekend of Premier League football. We are in the run-in. Arsenal will have 7 games to go after this one is over. Like, honestly, I'll say it one more time. I've said it on my shows. I will be sitting next to the fucking Premier League trophy. Hopefully I get to touch it before Martin Odegaard touches it this weekend. So that one's going to be fun. But guys, enjoy, especially the Saturday games, because That's going to be a buffet.
It's going to be a fun weekend.
Chelsea game, Arsenal game, Man City game. It's going to be huge. And then, of course, you know, Liverpool fans, rub your hands together and get your popcorn out because it will be a fun Sunday.
The doctor will see you now.
The doctor will see you now. Anyway, guys, until the next time, we're out of here. Come on, Arsenal. Let's fucking do this.